What's up, guys? We're back in the kitchen, Manimal Fitness, Mike Brennan, you know how we do. Actually, we're about 5 days out from my next show, and body's getting run down, getting tired, it's getting cold out, and I'm getting, I feel like my throat's getting a little scratchy. I almost feel like a little sickness coming on, so I figured what better time than now to make some Manimal chicken soup. So I figured I'd shoot it for you guys, show you how I do it. So let's get rolling. Basically, I like to get a big pot. Obviously, you've been staring at it for the last 40 seconds. I fill it halfway with water, a couple dashes of salt in there. I bring that water to a boil, which is doing right now. And then I buy a I think they call it oven roasted chicken. Basically, a whole chicken. It comes with a little packet of the gizzards and the neck and the liver and heart. If you like that stuff, throw it in. If not, leave it out. And so we got a whole chicken. And the reason I like to do a whole chicken is because even though I'm only going to be eating the chicken breast part, the white meat, the skin and the fat in the chicken is going to add a lot of flavor to the soup. And I don't like to add oil or add any other seasoning. So for me, it's still very low fat, but when you cook the whole chicken in the soup and you use that for the broth, that's how you make a nice, hearty, tasty broth. So you got a whole oven roasted chicken, and what I like to do is I put it in this little basket contraption, and what this allows me to do is it allows me to take this and I can put the whole thing right inside, close it on top, let it settle, just like that. And what it allows me to do is when I want to take the chicken out, because the chicken is very, I don't know if feeble is the right word, but it wants to move around. The legs, and you know, it's dead. So I don't know if you've ever dealt with a dead body before, but it's probably a bad analogy, but essentially it's difficult to deal with because you have all these limbs and parts trying to fall apart, and after the chicken's cooked, it's very difficult to take out. So this makes my job very easy. I just grab these two parts, pull the whole chicken out, and we're done. So step one, boil water, throw some salt in there. Step two, take the chicken, take the guts out, put the whole chicken into the pot. And step three, bay leaves. This is a little trick my mom showed me. And take about, I don't know, 3-4 bay leaves. I'm gonna do one more. This is a big pot. And that's gonna give it a nice flavor. Because right now we're working on the broth. We haven't even really worked on the ingredients yet. So we got all that in there. Let me just rotate this around. So it's in here nice, perfect. And we're just gonna take this and we're gonna put the lid on. I leave that crack just a little bit so it doesn't overflow. And that's that. I came over here before. I chopped up a package of celery. I chopped up a package of carrots. You can't see it on the bottom there. See, I told you. Chop them up pretty thin, because you want them to almost dissolve into the broth. You don't want these big crunchy things in there. It's supposed to have a nice texture with the broth. I still have to cut up some onions. So I'm going to dice up these onions. I got the diced up celery and carrots. And that's going to make the vegetable portion of the soup. And once this chicken, what's nice about the oven roasted chicken is they come with a little popper, the little, it's like the white temperature gauge, and it pops when it's done. So I can just check that. And what I'll do is once that chicken is done, I will pull the chicken out. I will leave it aside. I'll put it in here. And I will add all the vegetables and let the vegetables start working into the broth and really start taking the soup to that next level. So I'll bring you guys in on that next step. It should be another 20 minutes or so, not even, but it is what it is. See you soon. Alright guys, we're back. Took the chicken out and put it aside, let that cool. Got a nice broth going on here now. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the onion I chopped up. And I'm going to add celery, carrots, I'm going to throw it all in. There we go. Go ahead and give this a little bit of a stir. Alright. I got some spinach. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the spinach in afterwards. It's already chopped up mostly, so it's going to cook really fast. Going to throw this in like 15 minutes before the rest is done. And basically what I do is I carve off what I want as far as the meat, and I'll throw it in to my own bowl separately. Have some of this soup for like a broth. And normally I would add rice and have it with rice or egg noodles, but because I'm cutting for the show, I can't have carbs in that sense, so gonna have to eliminate that. So I used extra veggies this time to get a little bit more fiber. And yeah, got my asparagus cooking here. 5 days out for this prep. Got to get your asparagus in. Natural diuretic. Help flatten them abs out. So yeah, basically that's it. I mean, you know, put the chicken in. I got the bay leaves in there, salt, boil the water, drop the chicken in, let the chicken finish cooking, take the chicken out, drop the asparagus, drop the celery, onions, and carrots in. Sometimes, you know, if you want to wait on the carrots, sometimes they get a little mushy when you throw them in with everything else, but I cut them a little bigger this time so that it wouldn't get quite as mushy. They'll have a nice texture in the end. Yeah, that's basically it. I mean, basic home-cooked Manimal chicken soup. So we'll put it all together, and it's gonna make a nice pot of soup. I'm excited. I even prepped some chicken while I was waiting. I made some honey mustard style chicken. Cut all that up, prepped it. I like to cook all my food at one time. Cook for 3 hours and be done for 5-6 days. You know. So, all right. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Leave any questions and comments down below, and we'll see you next time. Peace.